Have you ever stopped to think how such perfect beings, endowed with immeasurable intelligence and created in the presence of the purest light, could commit the most devastating error in the history of the universe? Today, we are going to dive into the exact moment when the universe divided. We will understand the mind of an angel, how the great fall occurred, and the terrifying reason why God forgives human beings, but never, under any circumstances, forgave demons. If this kind of mystery fascinates you, and you want to understand secrets that connect the theology of St. Thomas Aquinas to real accounts of exorcists over the course of 2,000 years, please leave your like down below and subscribe to the channel. This helps us a lot to bring more revelations like this. Ready? Then let's go. To understand the fall, you first need to understand how the mind of an angel works. We, human beings, are slow. We perceive the world through our senses. It takes us years to learn something. We need to observe, think. Even when we wake up in the morning, it takes a while for our brain to get back on track. Right? With angels, it is exactly the opposite. Their knowledge is not learned. It is infused. At the exact moment God created them, He placed within their minds the knowledge of all the essences of the universe. They exhaust everything there is to know about a subject in the blink of an eye, without needing effort. In the first millisecond of existence, they already knew who they were, knew the other angels, understood the mission God had given them, and even knew that, in the future, God would become incarnate through Jesus Christ. But, according to the theological reasoning of St. Thomas Aquinas, every intelligent being must pass a test to prove its love before seeing God face to face. And here is the test. In the second instant of their creation, the angels had a vision. They saw their own perfection, but they also saw even greater perfections above them, and they realized that, to achieve the ultimate reward, which is the vision of God, they would have to sacrifice the desire for those other perfections and humbly accept the exact mission God assigned to them. They had to choose between the sacrifice for a greater good or pride. They saw the temptation of Lucifer. They saw the entire complexity of what was at stake. It was all absolutely clear, no doubt. When they made the choice, a third of them, as the book of Revelation says, was dragged by the tail of the dragon. They fell like lightning. In a single instant came the third step, the judgment. Immediately the faithful went to heaven, and the rebels were condemned to hell. But then you ask me, why does God have no mercy on them? If God forgives us when we sin, why does He not forgive the fallen angels? The answer, stated very directly, is because we, humans, are flawed and often ignorant. We make bad decisions. We repent. We say, I shouldn't have done that. Because of our limitation, God gives us the time of an entire lifetime to change our course. But angels are not ignorant. Since their knowledge is perfect and instantaneous, their choice is also definitive. When an angel decides something, its will is locked into that for all eternity. It is irreparable. How do we know all of this? Beyond the scriptures and the great theologians, we have the collective experience of more than 2,000 years of exorcists. An exorcist today deals with the same reactions as an exorcist from the 1st century. There are real and documented accounts of exorcists confronting demons about this exact moment. The exorcist says, "You were created to see beauty, right?" And the entity confirms, "And you saw that beauty in the first instant, knew that if you were faithful, you would enjoy it, and if you rebelled, you would suffer?" The answer is yes. And you are suffering overwhelmingly now because you lost that, aren't you? The entity, with hatred and agonizing remorse, confirms. And then comes the final question. If you could go back in time, would you do it all again? And their answer, with their will eternally fixed on evil, is always, yes, I would do it again. They hate punishment, but they never regret the choice. It is a frightening reality that shows us the huge weight of free will and the privilege we have as humans to be able to regret and change our path while there is still time. And you, what did you think of this explanation about the mind of angels? Did you know this view of St. Thomas Aquinas? Leave your opinion here in the comments. I will read and respond to the best ones. Don't forget to check if you already liked and subscribed. A big hug, stay with God, and see you in the next video.